Warm-up is over.
Okay, that's the end of warm-up course, and I think we're getting ready to go. That's young Pamela Clark from Great Britain on the trampoline now, looking very serious. One of our real hopeful prospects. So, let's see what Pam's got in the tank. She struggled a little bit there from the second skill, traveled a bit, and then just couldn't hold the power that she was getting. She's a powerful young girl, and with that kind of trampoline, it's really, really difficult to control. And once it starts to build, it's all over. So, the lady with the smelling salts again, getting upset. She's not needed, luckily, but... So, that unfortunately is Britain's interest out of that group. But we've got a few more to go. So we're over to the men.
Yes, and there we start with a competitor from Ukraine, Anton Davidenko. I just wanted to say when she lost it, how high she started very, very high with the triple, and one of the powerful girls in Britain, because all the ladies in senior class are also doing high difficulty and jumping very high. But now Anton Davidenko from Ukraine. Triple to start. Keeps his height. Just when I say it, he's out of the box and out of the trampoline to one side. Let's see if we can make out why. In the slow-mo, from our angle of view, we couldn't see it. So good, yeah. And he was inside.
Yeah, it looks as if he'd got himself at the back on the first skill and came off the rear spring, so that threw him to the side. There's a view that we just couldn't see from here. I couldn't see anything wrong until suddenly you see the side pad go. It looked like quite a good start there. I know we were talking about young Pamela earlier, and I know that she's struggling to train and get this kind of equipment up in Scotland where she trains, but we're now moving on to Germany.
Silva Müller from Germany keeps it a bit easier, but so far so good. And from the audience you can hear the Germans supporting her, happy with her performance. Coach is happy. Well done. Good. And of course, we'll give her the lead, but with another 6 to go. Oh, nice spike position. Can't say anything against that. Good in execution, I think. And 50.550.
Felix Jackson, Great Britain.
Yeah. So, and now we are with the boys from Great Britain, Philip Jackson.
Okay, come on, Philip. Let's keep this thing going for Great Britain. Triff start. And again, just that little bit too high, loses it. It happens, you know, when you get the adrenaline pumping and you just gain that extra few inches in power, and then suddenly you miss it. It's too high. That's not making him happy. You can tell by the body language that obviously he's upset. But I think, you know, he's made it to a finals, and that's the first step for young Philip.
So it runs quite quick here, with the routines not finished. And we have now Anastasia Bossart from Switzerland. She already competed in synchronized. Like in synchronized, she plays it a bit easy. Thank you. Oh, nice for her. But I think it will not be enough to get into the lead. Let's see.
No, I don't think it's enough to get into the lead, but I think it was very interesting with the producer has just slapped down a bottle of vodka for us to share, I think. But you can have it all, Horst. It's okay. I have enough petrol in my car. I feel very privileged, actually, sat here on the field of play with a device that can communicate. A little iPad. I've learned about iPads and iPods. But no one else is allowed in the arena now with devices that can communicate to each other, just to make sure that there's no talking between the judges. But no, she didn't. She's gone into second place, behind the German. So.
Oleg Seyutin from Russia. Very high, very clean. A lot of difficulty. He made it. Was not so sure that he would make it to the end, and I will not tell again in the seventh skill. Now he made it. I will wait for the last skill now. Because also here in the last skill there was something which was a bit unusual, I think. But he made it, and his first 8 skills were really good, so he will take the lead, I think. .54 375, and the lead. From France, we have Léa Labousse.
For those of you not familiar with the new scoring and the 3 decimal places now that we go to, we get time of flight and now reference judging. Each individual skill for each judge is analysed by the machine, and we can get up to 3 decimal places from there as well. So it makes it a much, much more defined result. And that was a good result, good routine. So the French have not had a particularly wonderful championships here. They've had a lot of failures and a lot of problems, but that was a good one. I don't know if it's enough yet to take the Russian. Sorry, the German. I'm looking at the boys now. she's not. No, we've still not got time of flight. Time of flight still to go in yet. So she's already in third place without her time of flight even. So I think that's going to be strong. Not sure why it's not included. Okay, so we'll just wait for this to refresh. 51.375 takes her into the lead, ahead of Sylvia.
And with the men, we have another Russian competitor, Andrei Gorniak. When I just wanted to say he plays it easy, it was not easy anymore for him. What a pity. I think still today we have unusual many falls here, but maybe it's the youngsters who are nervous, and it's the first time that they have this junior competition. So for most of them this is the biggest event they were ever to, and of course this will be not high, this score.
Yours, Anna Karamovska,
33 something. 33,475. So now we have Anna Tarnovska from Ukraine. Nice routing. Mostly stayed in the middle. The coach loved it. That is the question, if the judges also liked it, but I think if the coaches are happy, most of the time the judges will follow that also. Hopefully. In this case also for the Ukraine girl. And a nice smile there. Yeah.
boys, Evgeny Tankovich, Belarus.
This is the second place with 50.835. And now we are back to the boys. From Belarus, Evgeny Ankovich.
Drift start. It's looking good from here. I'll say that angle is deceiving. We don't get to see the travel till we see some of the slow-mo, but it's only in a small screen when we are seeing it. So, looking very nice. Looking very clean. Very, very clean indeed. I think that might be up there separating the Russians and the Ukrainians at least. So now looking at the at the slow-mo in our small screens while we're waiting for the scores. Yeah, he seems to be nice and even and in the middle. Arms are a little bit flaying, but that's not a massive problem. And a nice sound landing, so yeah, it was a good solid routine. And again, coach is happy. Coach is happy, horse, that's the thing. If the coach is happy, then you said the judges will be happy. Let's have a look. 55. He's gone into the lead. 55.565.
And now we have Anna Odishvili from Georgia. Clean start. Good execution, good height. There are some problems with the execution, maybe. Yeah, and what a pity that she didn't get her last skill right to her feet and had to almost fall down on the back. If you call that the back of the body. Well, of course, we'll see. Let's see what this will cost her. Disappointed a bit. The start was very good. Yeah. She gave up the tension in the last skill a bit, and then it was overthrown, and she couldn't do anything against that anymore. And maybe it hurted her back also a bit, I think.
Yeah, it did look as if it would hurt her back, but no, she seems to be settled down now. The coach has comforted her. That coach, actually, this young lady, it's a shame because she looked very, very impressive in the early rounds. Very, very tight, very, very neat. And we've seen quite a few of these youngsters coming through from Georgia from that same coach that he gets some very neat performances. Now, another one for France. Morgan Demiro. Good to start. Looking sound again. 1.5 piked. A little bit of travel coming in. He's settling it down. Looks like he's got it under control. Yeah, I suspect that he might have changed the routine around slightly. So maybe we'll wait a little bit for difficulty, but he's shaking his head and he's smiling, so he's happy. He's happy that he's probably saying, oh, that really took some struggle to adjust, but I survived. I did it. As Horst was saying earlier, this is for some of these youngsters in the junior comp, this is their first major event, and it really is an eye-opener to walk into a big arena like this. This is such a huge arena. And he has gone into the lead. No. Third place. He's third with 53.8. So, very close, these leaders.
From Belarus, Lizaveta Kozlova. Very good tension throughout the whole routine, maybe except the last one. She tried to do something, but I think she also lost a bit height during, so the time of flight will be not so high for her. $52.1.
Boys Vladislav Vencherov, Belarus.
We need the girls. So now she is in the lead, and we have from Belarus Ladislaus Hancharov. A lot of triples at the beginning. And he stays in the middle. Quite safe until now. And they finished a little bit unsafe. Hopefully he didn't touch the mats, otherwise he will not get the last skill. That will be interesting to see in slow-mo.
Yeah, he's not looking happy, Horse, so I think he may well have touched that mat. Let's have a little look on this slow-mo. He comes here from... Oh, yeah, he's touched it with his hand. That was an unfortunate hand. If he'd have just lifted it up a little bit, it wouldn't have been so bad. That's sad to see. That's sad to see. So, yeah, there he is in the chair. Like I think most teenagers would be when he's upset. I'm afraid we have no cat for him to kick, so he's just got to sulk there in the kiss and cry area for a bit. And the coach is not happy. So, there we see the judges not happy either. Back to the audience. And we're going to torture him with one final show of this last skill. And let's have a look and see what the judges have done with the scoring. Oh. It's interesting, it's from 10. It's from 10, and even with penalty.
Yes, but he was the highest. This also makes some difference. So the time of flight maybe gave the 10th more here. Now from Belarus, Lizaveta Kazulova. Maybe it was a mediocre routine, this one. Not so very good on execution from Lizaveta. Still, she got enough points with 52.1 to go into the lead, and a nice smile from her. No, I have different results now here. No, but it was Alina Kachova what we are talking about, and it was not Lizaveta, was before. We made a mistake here. So Lizaveta is still in the lead, and Anna is on third. But now we have from España, Ángel Hernández. He did the best routine in the prelims, and it looks like he is also good here. Again. He managed it well. No major mistake for him. Not like Ladislav before from Belarus. Coach is happy, of course. He did well, really. And Ladislav managed to get into the lead with his high difficulty. Let's see how much Angel will get. So Belarus is very successful this afternoon. Again, a medal, gold medal for Belarus with Lizaveta. And let's see what the outcome is from España. And the baby from España. The youngest fan from the Spanish Federation, you see on the screen, her name is Emma. We're still waiting. What he has to beat? 57. The second place, I think. Second place for Angel Hernandez. Ladislav from Belarus made it with his high difficulty and still with a mistake in his last one. And also from Belarus, Lizaveta Kazlova took the first place. So Belarus this afternoon is very successful.
Yes, I think Angel should be really pleased with himself there for breaking into those two Belarus lads. They were very, very clean and very good. Even with touching, they were so high. Time of flight is huge on some of these lads. With 17s coming up to difficulty high, with 16s. But he took really, Angel had only 15.5 difficulty and not as high on time of flight as well. So really, I think he did well to get that silver medal. So, and here we have the next groups. I'm not sure, what have we got next, Horst? This is under 21s. Here we have the new group. This is an experiment by the UEG, Trampoline Technical Committee, so this is a test event. And we put under 21s because the gap now with the seniors and the powerful equipment so strong that most of these youngsters at around the 18 to early 20s tend to disappear because they just can't make the senior teams. So we put this one in to see if it keeps people going, and it's been very, very popular. Got a lot of countries entering it, and so I think as a test event this has been a real success, and it will carry on, and I think so it should. And maybe we should try and persuade Horst and the FIT to take on an older group in World Age, which is their version of the event. But maybe so, maybe not. That's for the politics behind the doors.
I will not comment that, of course, in public. But let's concentrate on the competition. I think it was a wonderful competition so far. And let's see what our youngsters from the under 21 will do this afternoon.
Naeem Isan, Russia. Burma.
Luke, you want to wait? No, you want to go now? Two, you're right there.
So you can see on screen pretty much what I think we see, which is the balloons and the screen, and not a lot else. And now it clears up a little bit for you.